Hello, and thanks for your interest in applying for a grant for the Minneapolis Foundation. In this video, we will give you an overview of how to use our online portal. We'll walk you through the process of creating an account and starting and submitting a grant application. So before you get started, what you'll want to do is make sure that you read our grant guidelines. Today, I'm going to show you how to apply for the Reimagine Education grant. However, Minneapolis Foundation has numerous grant opportunities throughout the year. To get to those opportunities or to learn about those opportunities, the first thing you'll want to do is navigate to our grant funding opportunities page by clicking here. When you click there, again, our funding opportunities page will open. On this page, you'll see any open opportunities toward the middle of the page, including the current grant opportunity that's available, Reimagine Education. You can go ahead and click. Here, what you'll find is the request for proposal or the RFP, the grant guidelines, and it'll also tell you any information about who to contact during the grant process, as well as what organizations are eligible to apply. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the RFP, and I'm going to show you how to create an account. So this year we are actually using a new portal. And so even if you already have an account with the Minneapolis Foundation, everyone will need to create a new account. To do that, again, now you're on the RFP page, right? The 2025 Reimagine Education Grant opportunity page. And right here in the page, you'll notice this login and apply. However, before we get there, I want to show you one additional thing, which is our preview document. For all of our RFPs, we typically also include a preview document. This preview document is really helpful because what it provides you is the guidelines, the application process, but what it also offers you is every single question that will be inside of the grant application. This is a helpful opportunity or helpful to use with your team to go ahead and draft all of your responses to the questions before you enter them into the portal. Again, I got there by clicking on Preview Document. Okay, so let's go ahead and create a new account. This will take you about 5 minutes. It's not a long process, but again, everyone, including those who have already had an account with the Minneapolis Foundation, will need to create this new account. So click on Login and Apply. And then once you get here, you can do one of two things. You can click on register or you can click on create an account. I'm going to go ahead and click on register. When I do that, what it'll do is give me an opportunity to put my first name, my last name, and my email account. We encourage everyone who will be completing the application or being a part of the application for everyone in your organization to create their own account if they're going to be logging in and out of the portal. So once I do that, I can go ahead, put my first name, my last name, and my email and click register. Please give a few moments for an email to be sent to you, which will provide additional instructions on how to complete your registration. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what it looks like once you have registered and you have completed that email with further instructions. So again, this is our new portal. And once I've done that, I'll get inside of the portal. And the first thing I want to do is here in this box here, current organization. Again, if you're registering for the first time, there's not going to be anything in that box. So what you'll want to do to affiliate yourself to the organization that you will be applying on behalf of is click on current organization. And you can get to this either by clicking on current organization or you can get to this by clicking on change current organization. Again, I'm going to click on current organization. When I click on that, you probably won't see a bunch of organizations. You can go ahead and add a new organization. So, one of the cool things you'll be able to do is you're going to be able to search our portal to ensure that your organization is, to see if your organization is already in the system. So, you can go ahead and you can search it out by name or by EIN. I'm going to go ahead and click on test organization. And so, this is one of the tests that I'm doing, and I clicked on there, and I have seen that my organization is already within the Minneapolis Foundation system. So I click on testing organization. And then what you'll do is you'll see your organization and its EIN and address appear again if it wasn't a test organization. Again, to affiliate yourself with the organization, what you can do is click on either the search bar up here to go ahead and start searching for the organization, or you can click on affiliate me to this organization. So there you go. So the other thing it'll ask me is for my title as well as the start date. So my start date for that organization in particular. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna put the 5th of May and click save. Okay, so now I'm affiliated with the organization. One thing I also would like to point out here is that for those of you who are affiliated to more than one organization, because maybe you're like a contract grant writer, that this gives you an opportunity to affiliate yourself to any organization that you are filling out the grant application for. The primary thing you'll want to do is ensure that when you look up here, it says the actual organization that you want to complete the application for. So current organization is here. Okay, so I've gone ahead and actually let me show you one more thing. So I'm gonna click on the organization again. I'm gonna add a new organization. What happens if your organization is not actually in the system? When I search there, my organization doesn't appear. So what I want to do is respond to this. Can't find your organization. Toggle yes to create a new organization, or no to select the current organization in our database. Go ahead and toggle yes. What this will do is there will be a form that appears here that allows you to fill out the information. To create a new organization account, what you'll need is the legal name of that organization, the name of the lead of that organization, as well as the EIN. Once you have that information, you'll again be able to go ahead and create a new organization account. Again, you can get to either finding a current organization in our system or creating a new one by clicking Add a New Organization. Okay, so again, I am already affiliated to that organization. So now I'm going to show you a few more things on the landing page for the organization requests. So what you'll notice here is the funding, open funding opportunities, and that's how you get to the application itself. You'll see change your current organization. Again, when I click that, it shows me all the organizations that I'm affiliated, or it allows me to create a new organization account or affiliate myself to an organization that already exists in the Minneapolis Foundation system. I'll see this organization payment history, and I'll see this previous funding request. Two things I like to point out is that while we're in transition, for the funding opportunity that you're applying for, it is likely that that history related to that funding opportunity will appear. So for in this case, where you're going to be applying to the Reimagine Education grant program. So your organization payment history, when you click here, should appear for the Reimagine Education grant opportunities that have been available. Again, this is if your organization has been awarded. If your organization has applied in the past and you would like to see what were the previous applications that you submitted, you simply click on previous funding requests. And what this will show you is any previous application proposals that you were in that were in progress, or that you either completed and submitted and were awarded, or those that you were declined for. Again, if you were awarded, it will show up as well here in the organization payment history. I would also like to note that there is a question on the application that asks you, since 2021, have you been funded by any Minneapolis Foundation grant programs? If you would like to look at your entire history of proposals, including those that are not related to this current funding opportunity, what you'll simply do is go back to the Minneapolis Foundation page. And in the top corner here, it says login. What this will do is take you back to our old portal, which is still open if you need that information. Okay, so now that I've showed you almost everything on the organization request page, I guess the last thing I'll show you is that there is a portal FAQ. You can get to the portal FAQ by clicking up here at the top or by clicking the frequently asked questions here at the bottom. Again, there is a portal FAQ. You can get to it by clicking here at the top, or you can get to it by clicking frequently asked questions at the bottom. You'll also notice if you are having any technical difficulties, you can go ahead and reach out to the grants administration at mplsfoundation.org team, or you can contact us by contacting 612 or by calling, 612-672-3478. Okay, so let's go ahead and apply for any open funding opportunities. So any open funding opportunities that are available for you to apply will appear right here. Okay, and so one thing you'll notice on this when this box appears is also this description, and underneath it, it says more info. If you click on more info, what it'll do is it'll take you back to the RFP for which this opportunity is available for. So I'm going to go ahead and click apply now. So one thing you'll notice is when you click apply now, it'll ask you this really great question, which is before creating a new application, please check if you already have one open. If you already have an application in process, what you'll want to do is not create a duplicate application. So I don't have anything in progress, so I'm going to go ahead and click new. Once I do that, the application will then open for me. So I'm going to kind of take us fairly quickly through this process, but I'm going to point out a few things for you. So at the top, there will be a save my progress and resume later. If you would like to come back to your application and complete it later, after you've gone ahead and filled out a few things, go ahead and click that save my progress and resume later. Please be sure to do that if, again, you're going to walk away from your application. The other thing I want to show you is there are a few pages here. So based upon the things that I answer here, then all of my required documents that I will have to upload as a response to those will appear here in the list of attachments. Again, this is based upon when I am answering different questions. So for example, if you are an organization that uses a fiscal sponsor, what my advice for you would be is to go ahead and fill out the name of the organization. And then when you click here, utilize as a fiscal agent or sponsor, what will appear is now an opportunity for me to put the contact information for the fiscal agent. Again, this is a tip for you is that you want to apply as yourself if you're using a fiscal agent, because then what will happen is a question will appear so that you can go ahead and fill out all of the information for that fiscal agent, including their address, their EIN number, as well as the contact for that fiscal agent. The other thing, again, you'll notice is based upon the questions that I answer. When I get to 4, it will show me all of my required uploads. So now I have a fiscal agent letter, which I'll have to upload to show that I am utilizing a fiscal agent and that both parties have agreed to this partnership. Okay. So when you get to the very end, what you'll be prompted to do is to go ahead and type in the name to confirm that the person who is authorized for submission of this application is okay with you submitting this application. And then put the title of that person. Okay. And then you'll click submit to review. So one thing I want to show you when you click submit to review is that if you do not answer questions throughout the application, or if there's anything that you've left unfilled, the system will actually prompt you and show you where you haven't filled out information. So I haven't filled out information on pages 2, 3, and 4. And I know this because unlike these 2 pages, which are blue, which shows that I have completed those pages, it'll present itself as red boxes. That lets me know that there are some questions that I forgot. So you'll need to go ahead and answer those questions before you submit your application. When you are done answering those questions, again, you'll click submit to review. And once I click that, what will appear is an opportunity for me to review my application, make sure that I'm ready to submit, and then there will be a button for me to click submission. One of the things that will happen and how you'll know that you submitted an application is that a printable copy of your proposal will be emailed to you using the email that you use to set up your account. So again, when I am completed and I am done, and how I know I have submitted my proposal fully is that I will receive an email with a printable copy of the application in my email box or in my email inbox. Okay, so we're almost done, and I just want to provide a few more additional tips. Again, if you're using a fiscal agent, please complete the application as your organization. And once you select utilize as a fiscal agent or sponsor to the type of organization question, you'll actually be prompted to go ahead and fill out the information for your fiscal agent. The other thing is a super important thing, which is give yourself plenty of time to review the preview document and ask any questions that you may have. The contact information for the lead of this grant program is on that RFP and in the guidelines. Also, if you need technical assistance, again, you can reach out to our team, the grants admin team. And again, our contact information is right here on the home page here for this grant opportunity. So grants admin at minneapolisfoundation.org. Again, that's mplsfoundation.org. Okay, and then I guess my last tip is just we don't have 24/7 IT support. So the big thing you'll want to do is give yourself plenty of time to ask any questions. If you're having any technical errors or issues, go ahead and reach out to us. Again, if you're asking about like if your org is in alignment or questions like that, you'll want to reach out to Patrice Relaford for the Reimagine Education grant opportunity. Again, her contact information is listed in the RFP. So last thing, thanks for watching this video and for your interest in the Minneapolis Foundation's grant program. You can find more information again on our FAQ page, or if you still have questions, again, go ahead and reach out to Grants Administration at Minneapolis, MPLSfoundation.org.